Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? And today is a big day. It is election day. It's also kind of a big clusterfuck, just because of the candidates we have running. Hillary and Trump, both super stellar options, just the best options that we could be hoping for going into election day. But yeah, those are the two we got. Plus, write-ins and third-party candidates and whoever else. But I know, like, just in the beginning of this 30 seconds already that have just been put, you could just tell that I'm not happy about this topic. It's definitely something I think I need to talk about. I definitely feel like I want to talk about it. I definitely feel like it's important to be talking about it, on election day. But I think a lot of people, especially a lot of people that I've talked to, have this mentality of like, yes, like there is a good option and a bad option here, and there's this, and it's like, okay, well, you can't let the country just fall into shambles, and it's people are putting a lot of voter responsibility on themselves. Like we have to make sure we got to get this right in November, and I'm not a Trump supporter, definitely not a Trump supporter. I'm definitely not a Hillary supporter. I really hope that somehow we find a way that they both lose. Any of the candidates, even Bernie Sanders, I wasn't happy with either. And I would consider myself a libertarian, but Gary Johnson hasn't even been the greatest representative or the greatest candidate that you could want for the libertarian side of things. And so just the whole election around is a little bit nervous on the surface, but I also do have to, you always have to think about, it really never is the end when it comes to politics. Everyone's always saying like, oh, this is it. We're on the brink of World War III, and this is going to be the end of our system. And a couple things I just kind of want to mention about those two things that I just said. The first thing being, when it comes to politics and when it comes to the world ending, everything, like when it comes to the big end, when things are actually about to happen, nobody actually is calling it. When people are saying, oh, the world's going to end in I forgot what year it was. There was 2012, I think there was like the world's going to end. There was a big, the world's going to end this year. There's, the whole, that old guy that ended up dying not too long after predicting the end of the world. And, it doesn't happen then. If you look at World War I and World War II, yes, there were powder keg scenarios and situations, but for the most part, people did not see even Hitler coming. So it's something I feel like. It's like, do you really think that we're like the generation? It just seems like a. You think, oh, you must think very highly of yourself if you think that we're going to be the one, like the generation, we're going to be the people alive when it all comes crashing down. I just feel like that's a little bit of a lofty idea. When it comes to that, but now just getting into the candidates themselves. You have, Trump, who, on paper, I'm trying to take an objective look at both of these people. I'm going to try to put that out into this commentary now, or at least somewhat of a objective, or at least something. I'm trying to put forth something of value in this commentary. And so you have Trump, who, let's be honest, no matter what you think about him, or no matter what your political views are, or who you want to win the presidency this year, you have to admit that Donald Trump, on a personal level, is not the greatest person out there. He's not even probably a good person, in all things considered. But he's a billionaire. He is worth so much money. He's found so much success in what he does. So maybe there is an element of that. Now, as everybody knows, he has zero political experience. He's a complete outsider, and maybe the political success does not come from the same place where business success does. Who knows? Well, I guess maybe we'll find out. Although it looks like, according to polls and statistics, no, we won't find out this November. But then you go to Hillary, and she is just, you can tell she is someone who can be bought. She is flipped on multiple issues after receiving money from different groups on other sides of the issues. There's just been multiple cases. There's just her not even just being able to be bought. The lies that she tells just right to your face. It's just a lie to you. And so she seems to be, a terrible person. who also seems to have some political success, as she has accrued millions and millions of dollars since her husband left the office. And so really we're just kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to the two main candidates. But I think there's something that I learned when I was in middle school. It was during I can't remember if it was the 2008, I think it was the 2008 election. Yes, it was the 2008 election, Obama's first term. I was living in Hawaii when that happened. So as you can imagine, everybody in Hawaii was very, very excited about Obama running for president because I'm sure most of you don't know, but Hawaiians, like, they have a very, I'm trying to think of the right word. They're small, and when someone does something from Hawaii, they're very proud of that person, and they really like get behind that person. There's the Flying Hawaiian. I forget that guy's actual name, the baseball player for the Phillies. I don't even think he's on the Phillies anymore. But there was him. Everybody gets behind him, even non-Phillies fans. It's just, and so Obama, in such a much bigger way, everybody was behind him. And it's election day 2008. We have the TV on in my house. Everybody's watching the TV. And the polls are still open. People are still voting. We're just kind of, checking how things go. Things are going so far. And if you don't know, Hawaii is 6 hours time difference from the East Coast. Where Washington D.C. is, where New York is. Just in case you are unaware of this geography lesson, it is very far away, 6 hours difference. And the polls were still open in Hawaii. And they had already announced that Barack Obama was the winner. And I know that there are different, there can be different scenarios where it wouldn't have mattered how many votes that McCain would have gotten back in 2008. Like, it wouldn't have mattered in the popular vote if McCain had won all of Hawaii, had gotten every single vote in Hawaii. He still wouldn't have won the presidency. I could get that. It's still a possibility. But when you have voting in America where this is your opportunity to get your voice heard, this is where you can enact change, this is where you can have an active role in the political process of your country, that you can take part in the democracy that we claim to have. And the polls were still open in my state, and they had already announced the winner of the race. And so ever since then, there's just this sense of, oh, it doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter if you vote. None of these things matter. Your vote really doesn't count. So yeah, that's just kind of how I'm feeling this election year. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, international or domestic. Especially those international. I'm interested to hear your opinions. Thank you guys, and have a good day.